down by the lake where the gillyweed grows. Back to the castle I dare not go, 'cause if I do, the headmaster may say, have you ever seen a Scoot in a three-piece suit? Down by the lake, down by the lake. Hi there. I was just finishing up some signs for my classroom. Sort of a vintage look, none of those superheroes or music video stars that are so popular now. Just some good old-fashioned values. What do you think? When I was a girl, my pink bedroom was just plastered with the grooviest of photos. Bright colored mushrooms, flowers, stars, rainbows. Even this kind of odd looking fellow with very large feet who was always keeping on trucking. You know, I really miss those posters. The next time I go to Diagon Alley, I'm going to see if that little shop is still there. The one that used to sell psychedelic posters and black lights. I'm sure it must be. It was very popular. I would just love to get some of those posters to brighten up the greenhouse. I know the students and the plants would just love them. Excuse me. Seems like I need to pick up a few more snacks. Well, today I'm going to tell you a little bit more about gillyweed. That's not right, is it? Gillyweed. Now, the most common use is for swimming. And that's probably the one you're aware of. You eat a little gillyweed and you develop those neck thingies, you know, like fish have, so you can breathe underwater. I'm not sure exactly why you'd want to, but there you are. Also, your hands become elongated. Ooh, pretty colors. Where was I? Your hands and your feet become elongated, almost like flippers, so you can swim more easily. Now, it's also used as a flavoring for a very popular Wizards beverage that's called weed water. That is to say, gilly water. And although this is something I never mention in my classroom lectures, I never discuss something like this with the students. It is very often dried out and toked, smoked, you know. And it produces feelings of restfulness, peacefulness, relaxation, euphoria almost. And it also increases creativity. Now, I can't attest to the effects from smoking because I've never been a smoker myself. But back in the day, I did eat a weedy brownie or two. And I must admit I found them quite enjoyable. Although if I had my choice, I would have often asked for extra chocolate or extra caramel in my brownies. Just a personal preference, you know. Nowadays, I understand there are several different options available. You don't have to smoke it. There are things that they're calling edibles available. There are a few wacky teas. There are even a few wizard drinks. There are a few drinks that you can have instead of smoking. But you know, the recreational use of gillyweed is so popular that it's even included nowadays in our Wizard music magazines. You know, they give surveys every month. And some of the survey questions lately have been things like best music to smoke gillyweed to, or most gillyweed friendly music. You know, as a matter of fact, Silius, the charms teacher, lovely, lovely man, little on the short side, but very sweet, picked me up a bag of sweets that were made with gillyweed. They're called Silly Gilly Gummies, and they're shaped like peace signs. Very cute. Let me show you one. Oh well, that's odd. Well, they're shaped like this. Shame they weren't that big. There might be a few left. He said he had seen them while he was in Diagon Alley shopping, and he thought they were something that would interest me. I had given him a bag of dirigible plums last week, and he felt that he would do this for me. Now, I'm not sure if he had something in his eye or not, but he kept winking at me as we were talking. And in between winks, he told me that I should be careful to only eat 1 or 2 of the candies at a time, and warned me to always have an ample supply of snacks available. As if I don't always. Now, I didn't mention anything to him, but do I look like the kind of person who only eats 1 or 2 candies at a time? But I just winked back and thanked him for the gift, and he giggled and scurried off to his rooms, struggling to carry 2 large family-sized bags of barbecue crisps, several packets of cookies, and what looked like almost an entire roast chicken, almost as big as he was. Well, this morning I decided I was going to try some of the candies. Just for research, you understand. And I had the best intentions. I was only going to have 1 or 2, but they were so good. Fruity flavored, soft, chewy. Before I had even known, I had eaten probably a dozen, maybe even as many as 10. I don't know, it's a little fuzzy right now. I was never very good at numbers. I was never very good at numbers. But in any case, the bag is empty now. I can't imagine, though, that I ate all of them. It's a small bag, but there were quite a few inside. I think maybe the plants got a hold of some of them. The venomous tentacular has been peckish all week, and that Chinese chomping cabbage is always up for a snack. Speaking of snacks, oh well. Well, as far as my research goes, I am feeling very relaxed, very peaceful, obviously creative. I don't even know how long I've been sitting here creating. Due to the absence of snacks, it must have been quite a while. I'm definitely going to have to get some more. Looks like the only thing I have left are these baby organic carrots that I get for the Chinese chomping cabbages. You'd think they would have eaten their own snacks and left mine alone, wouldn't you? They're just not my thing. Well, I think think I'm just going to finish off this last poster before I go and check out some more snacks. Puff the magic dragon lived by the lake and frolicked on its sandy banks as he dreamed of cauldron cakes. All the Hogwarts students loved that dragon Puff and brought him treats like chocolate frogs and other tasty stuff. Together they would gamble after school with their large friend. I'm sure they thought their happy times with him would never end. Chocolate frog cards were traded whene'er they would meet. Puff never quite understood they were not good to eat. The one thing that Puff dreaded occurred every year. Holidays and Hogwarts trains were things he learned to fear. One warm day it happened, the students came no more. All their chocolate frog cards lay forgotten on the shore. Puff's head was bent in sorrow, green scales fell like rain. Every day he listened for the whistle of that train. Puff the magic dragon lay down by the lake. As he waited for September 1st, he thought his heart might break. It seemed to take forever, but one day they were back, bearing treats and yummy sweets and all the things he'd lacked. Puff the magic dragon met his friends with glee and led them on a joyous romp while he nipped them playfully. Well, it beats Baby Scroot doo-doo doo-doo doo-doo, Baby Scroot doo-doo doo-doo doo-doo, doesn't it? You know, I think I'm gonna see if Phileas has any of his barbecue crisps left. It's very possible, you know. I'll probably bring him some of those dirigible plums he likes so well. He may even have some of those yummy gummies left. I wouldn't mind doing a little more research. I was thinking, I bet he got those in that little poster shop. It seems like the kind of thing they would carry, doesn't it? Well, before I go call on him, I'll show you what I've been working on. Until I see you next time, you stay groovy.